Okay, here she is in all her glory. Okay. Okay, so we are on this one here. It's story time. Suddenly, Berlin is gone, and in his place, a bizarre bouquet of balloons, birds, and floating rockets appear. Sorry, just the, I'm just trying to think, like, grammatically, does that sound right? Anyways, I think it would have been better if it said, and in his place appears a bizarre bouquet of balloons, birds, and floating rockets. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay.
Is that just me? Does that sound right to everybody else? It's fine, it's fine.
Chloe, it's amazing, it's fine. Attached to it is your favorite possession. You know, the first thing you'd save in a fire if you had to. Once you're done drawing it, the balloon rocket bird bouquet shoots off into the sky with you holding on. So naturally, I thought I would obviously save my children. Like, that was the clear indication here. But then I realized, okay, isn't it kind of obvious that I would save my children and they would be with me in a situation like this? So anyways, I decided to just scratch this whole thing. So that's that. And then I'm like, okay, now I need to think of something else. And I was really wanting to be original and do something totally different that no one would ever think of. And then I was like, nope, I guess I'm going to do that family album that you'd think I would already have on my phone. But in my defense, this is actually a special album because it was given to me by my aunt, and it has a bunch of old pictures of my dad when he was younger that I have never seen before, nor did I know that they existed. And unfortunately, my dad is no longer here, so it's actually pretty special to me. I know that I could obviously take pictures of it to duplicate through my phone, but I haven't done that yet. So that was the first thing that kind of popped up that I didn't really want to do because, you know, it's an album. It's so typical, but especially in this day and age when we have our phones. That all being said, that is what I went with because I couldn't think of anything else. And this is why I was a little hesitant to do the next pages in this book, because reading ahead, I was like, I really don't have anything original to think of for these pages. Anyways, so yeah, I ended up going with pen pastels because I was having a lot of fun with them in the past few weeks, like as you guys have seen in my videos. And then I decided to layer it with some pencil crayon over top. And in hindsight, I should have put some fixative down before I did this part, but that's you know, irrelevant at this point. But I did learn that lesson. So there is that. And then these colors, you know, I just couldn't decide on that. I knew I wanted to do the album in the pink because that's actually what it looks like. It literally looks this exact same way. And then of course I needed to redo the black lines because they were starting to fade from all of the color of the pen pastel. I did think it turned out not too bad, but I still wasn't super pleased with it. And then I was also very confused by, like, are those Chinese lanterns in the back? Is this like a rodent popping out behind a balloon? These birds, and is that a fish flying? Like, I was super confused by this. Okay, so here is the final page done. Can't say that I'm too happy with it, to be honest, but yeah, I'm not too happy with it, but I probably should have sprayed some sort of fixative down on the pastel before I went over with the pencil. But I really don't like using fixatives because I'm scared about the fumes and me getting poisoned. So there's that. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty generic. This page really had me stumped. So that being said, let's move on. Here's the next page and a story time. Slowly, the balloons begin to pop and the birds fly away and you're left on the ground. You notice a woman in red looking out at what used to be a beach. It seemed faded away. I'm really stumbling on the grammar here. Sorry. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. You take it upon yourself to bring back the ocean and sand. Then you draw a picnic basket on the swing next to the woman. Okay, so I decided to try another medium on this paper, and so I chose watercolor this time. And got out my 2 favorite brushes, and I decided to draw the picnic basket not on the swing because I'm like, it's not gonna stay on the swing. Like look at the swing. I mean, so yeah. So the watercolor, it went on okay, but it was really hard. As soon as you put it down, like this paper is thirsty. Okay, like it dried immediately. And I don't really think there's much I can do about that because I can't put anything down to preserve anything. So note for next time. I really tried to soak some stuff up with a paper towel. That wasn't working. Yeah, so once you laid it down, like it was down. But that was okay. It still turned out okay, and I'm not disappointed in it. The colors that were already on here, like the woman and stuff in the red, seemed pretty muted, and so I wanted something just very chill vibe with this, so I didn't do anything super extravagant, and I'm glad I didn't because, let's face it would not have turned out, okay? And at one point I did try to do a sunset sort of style, and yeah, it was looking pretty rough, not gonna lie. The yellow, I couldn't get it the right color or like a nice fade in. Anyways, it was a struggle, so I really had to bring in the white gouache at this point, and then it started tearing up the paper, and I had some issues with it turning like green from the colors mixing. Anyways, it was a mess. So this...
People are going to be so disappointed in this, oh my gosh.
Oy, anyway, final result, here we are. With this one, I also forgot to mention that I tried to do like smoke at the bottom as if it was like rising above the smoke and the fire and stuff. So I thought that was a cool, add to that. And this page, I think I got the muted, calm vibes across. And that was my goal. The sunset looks like a big blob of yellow, whatever. You get the idea. I think the clouds look kind of nice though, and the water turned out decent. So overall, I'm not super unhappy with it. I would just change things going forward, especially if I do watercolor again in the future in this book. A main goal that I did have was to get the perspective somewhat decent, and I think I achieved that. So there's that. And yeah, so this is the page after the water was applied. So I'm going to have to flatten that bad boy out. Yeah, there's nothing else really to say about that. Anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun doing these next pages, so if you want episode number 3, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!